much, Matt. Two on Pakistan, one on Afghanistan. The other day I saw a leg of a human being torn apart with whom I had a dinner here in Washington, D.C. a couple of years ago. He was a senator of Pakistan, and he was killed in IED blast in the tribal areas where I'm from. Today, a captain was killed over there. You and Vedant both believe that because of the last couple of years, because of Imran Khan, I might have asked a lot of questions about him. But I also ask a question that whatever these decisions have led to is now there is a terrorist war over there where the U.S. military agrees on it, the Pakistani military agrees on it, but because of Imran Khan, the situation has become so confusing in the KP region that it has become very difficult for the government to take decision whether they should do this operation or not. Have you given any guidance or any support to Pakistan to go ahead with this operation that they're planning to take or no?
So first of all, let me just offer my condolences to the loss of what I understand is a personal acquaintance of yours. And number two, I'll just say that the Pakistani people have suffered greatly at the hands of terrorists, and we have a shared interest in combating threats to regional security. We partner with a range of Pakistani civilian institutions and regularly engage the government of Pakistan to identify opportunities to build capacity and strengthen regional security.
Second one is this journalist was killed, and I had asked about him a couple of times as well. Yesterday, the Kenyan court where he went, Pakistani journalist went to Kenya and got killed over there. My father served the longest term in jail of 9.5 years as well, so I do like to think at least about my journalist colleagues. Pakistan judiciary, do you think is, or any just like general opinion, it's not as bad as Kenya. The Kenyan government has given him, the poor journalist, justice, but in Pakistan the guy has not. Can you at least put a word to Pakistani judiciary or the politicians to at least not play with the lives of journalists?
You know, I'm not aware of this case, so I'm not going to comment in any way specifically on it at all. But of course, we support the work of journalists around the world, and we think it's important that they be able to do their job safely.
Last one, can I ask about this interview with Taliban, please?
Go
just
one
last
more.
one.
Yeah, one more.
Taliban senior official for the first time did an interview with a Pakistani journalist. The journalist was a former government senior employee, retired, became a YouTuber, and did an interview. In that interview, most of the things were completely lied. Like, for example, the Taliban spokesperson said that there are 90,000 female teachers in Afghanistan. 90,000. Whereas the fact is that 90,000 female teachers are sitting at home getting salary from the government. Now, Vedant last week told me that the U.S. is not supporting Taliban, and $800 million has been given by U.S. aid, $300 million has been given by the State Department in different forms, okay? But what I'm saying is women without education and still $1 billion receiving and lying on international media that there are 90,000 women teachers where absolutely girls are still without.
So get to the question.
Yes, sir.
If you don't
Your
mind.
thoughts about this whole girls' education and U.S. support and
So first of all, no, we do not support the Taliban, as Vedant made clear last week. As I have made clear at previous briefings, we do not provide any funding to the Taliban. That is absolutely false. Number two, that does, however, give me a chance to comment on something that we saw just today. So you may have seen, because I know you track this issue very closely, that the UN issued a report on the treatment of women and girls in Afghanistan and so-called moral oversight in Afghanistan. And what we saw is that the unpredictable and arbitrary enforcement of the Taliban's so-called morality code undermines the human rights of all Afghanistans. We continue to monitor closely the Taliban's treatment of the people of Afghanistan, especially their treatment of Afghan women and girls. We expect the Taliban to honor their assurances to the Afghan people and the international community in this regard. And as we have said in public and private to the Taliban's representatives, their relationship with the international community depends entirely on their actions. And we have made that clear, and I think have been, as I said, crystal clear about that for some time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.